Peace and blessings, everyone. So, I wanted to come on here and give you guys an update on my experience with the Tirzepatide compound. Before I do, I kind of want to give you guys my backstory and kind of how I ended up here. So, in 2022, I discovered that I have a herniated disc in my back. I was in a lot of pain. My back kept hurting. Went to the ER. They did a CT scan, and they discovered that my disc is herniated on my lumbar region, right, the lumbar region of my spine, and it's pressing up against my sciatic nerve. Okay, it was causing extreme pain to the point where I could barely even walk. Okay, I couldn't stand up for long periods of time. That hurt. I couldn't sit down for long periods of time. Just extreme nonstop pain. So I was referred to pain management. I found a wonderful pain management doctor who helped me get my pain under control. And so for the past 2 years, I did physical therapy for a little bit. So for the past 2 years, I have been, having these epidural injections, which are steroid injections. I wasn't able really to work out much. I could do some stretches and stuff like that. I gained a lot of weight, like just being sedentary, not moving around, and also, not really watching what I eat. And so this year in January, I was at my heaviest weight. Okay. And I went to the doctor, had my annual blood work done, and they discovered my A1C levels were pre-diabetes, right? So I decided in January that I wanted to make a change. I wasn't going to, just sit here and allow myself to become a full-blown diabetic because of my diet, and also, because of, also being predisposed to it. So I went and sought out an obesity specialist, right? So I'm seeing a weight loss specialist who specializes in obesity medicine that prescribed me the Zepbound, okay? So I can get my A1C levels down and not become pre-diabetic and also lose weight. So that's kind of how I came here. That's how I ended up here where I am now on this weight loss journey. I've already lost over 30 pounds since starting this in April, right? So it's been a little over a month. It's been 7 weeks, actually. So this is my 7th injection. Lucky number 7, okay? So you guys get to watch me do my 7th injection with the 5 milligram. I'm going to do the pen this week. I'm going to alternate doing the pen and then the Tirzepatide compound. Okay, and a little bit more on my herniated disc. So anybody who kind of suffers with chronic pain, if you have a herniated disc, that pretty much never goes away. Like, there's no way for that to improve unless you either have surgery or you see pain management and have interventions done, which the interventions are not permanent. They normally last, like, if the last procedure that I had lasted about a year, right? And so this is something that I'm constantly dealing with, and so it's made it to where it's hard for me to do certain exercises. Like, the reason why I have a herniated disc in the first place is because back in the day I used to do weightlifting. I used to lift very heavy weights. I mean, I squatted 450 pounds at one point, and that won me the first place at the state meet, the state powerlifting meet. But then it also ended me up here where now I'm dealing with a herniated disc. And so hopefully once I, lose enough weight, that will also take pressure off my bones and my spine and all that. So, and also help get me off of the medication that I'm currently taking. So I'm thinking that this will, this weight loss journey is going to help me in more ways than just me looking better. right? This is going to help me in more ways than, me just doing this for vanity, or, for a reason of, I want to look better for somebody. Like, I'm doing this for my health. I'm doing this for my well-being. So I'll be right back. Okay, so let's recap and go back and talk about some side effects and the experience that I had on this Tirzepatide compound. So this week I did have some nausea, but not as bad as when I first started on the 5 milligrams. So I think my body's getting used to this dosage. Also, I experienced some fatigue the day after. I did kind of rest and sleep the day after. But of course, Monday I was a little bit more fatigued as well. Tuesday came around and I got another burst of energy, went back to work out, which at the time right now I can't do any, like heavy weightlifting or anything like that. Of course, I'm only focusing on cardio. That's honestly the only thing that doesn't irritate my back at this time. So I'm doing cardio 3 or 4 times a week. I'm walking either 2 to 3 miles each time, which I believe it's working. That works for me, right? And so after I think it was about Wednesday, I started feeling a little bit of the hunger came back. Okay, Monday appetite suppressant was great. Tuesday as well. Wednesday I kind of started getting my appetite back a little bit. Thursday a little bit more, and Friday, the food noise kind of came back, where you kind of hear in your brain, okay, oh, you're hungry. When you eat, you start feeling hungry again. And so it really didn't last as long as the first dose of 5 milligram did, which pretty much lasted me through Friday even to Saturday. And so I'm going to go back to the pen this week. I told you guys I'm going to, do the pen, then do the compound, and kind of just alternate it until I go up to the next dose. Okay, so just a little bit about my diet. Some days, I literally have to force myself to eat, especially the days right after I take the injection. I try to make sure I get in enough calories. I have to really make myself eat to where I get into the healthy calorie range. Some days it's hard to get anywhere from 1,200 to 1,500. That's kind of the range that I need to stay in. So I'm focusing on eating high protein, so I don't experience any muscle loss while I'm losing weight. High protein fibers, fruits, vegetables, nutrition for my body, right? And the days that I don't feel like eating, I'm still eating just very small portions. So I'm eating, several times a day, but very small portions. Okay, so here we go with the 5 milligram pen again. I'm going to go ahead and unlock it and remove the safety cap. This time I'm going to inject in my stomach again, but I'm going to do the left side of my stomach. Last week I did the right, so here we go. All right. Thank you guys for watching.